Hello and welcome to the coverage of the DeMoin Challenge 2025 sponsored by MVP Disc Sports. I'm your host Karl Rose and I'm sitting here with the freshly crowned 4th place at the Bavarian Championships, Connor O'Brien.
Incredibly proud of it, and they actually gave me a crown.
Really? They did?
4th place crown.
Did you go to Burger King afterwards?
Yeah, I gotta get a sundae.
Okay. Yeah, you can see a lot of sponsors on the screen making this coverage and this tournament possible. Let's take a quick look at the MPO scores. Connor.
Well, you can read just as well as I can. We have Lucas, Max, Yannick, and Kyle who will be forming our lead card, and then a bunch of other names and a Lazat at the bottom there.
He is a brother of the Lizots. But this coverage will not be about him, unfortunately. We are only 4 strokes separated, tight race. And leading the way, Lucas Schär, rating 1010 from Switzerland. Incredibly good player. Been 1000 rated plus for like 5 years in a row now, so incredibly consistent. And a lefty.
Damn, who's this guy?
You know him, I think you talked about him last time. Max Schulze, 979 rated from the club that hosts the event, DeMoin Bremen, so for sure a favorite to win this.
Nice. Another DeMoin Bremen member, Yannick Möllhausen. Not known for his huge distance, but a very touchy, very controlled player, and according to everybody I've heard, a very cool, chill guy. Look at that smile.
Yeah, do people talk so much about him?
You told me earlier.
Yeah, I did. And who's that?
Oh yes, speaking of you, Kyle Rosa, rating 994, sponsored by Castaplast, and a very charming man who's recently decided that he's a mustache guy.
Oh, recently? It's been a couple months now.
That's recent.
Okay. Yeah, thanks to Disc Golf Store for sponsoring this coverage.
Now, before we get started on hole 1, for the record, I have never played this course. I was not there, and I don't know the results of this tournament. So tell me about hole 1.
Hole 1, as you can see, it's an island hole. It is a hazard though, which makes it kind of frustrating to go long. It's not normally OB rules, and yeah, you can take a straight backhand gap or sidearm gap to the left.
I'm excited. It looks like kind of a oddly shaped island, like you had a landing zone pretty far front of the main circle, I'd say.
Yeah, bailout zone.
96. PDGA Events, 21. davon konnte gewinnen. Lucas Schär.
Lucas Schär came a long way for this tournament, man.
I was about to ask, does he play a lot of German tournaments?
He usually plays the Berlin Open, and other than that, I've not seen him too much here. Let's take a look at his first shot.
He's a lefty?
He's a lefty. And there was a lot of left to right wind on this hole, which made it very easy to go long as he stays safe. Great shot.
Nice. Did you guys get to pick songs?
No, they picked them for us.
Okay, I thought you like Max. This is a statement.
I'm not sure if that's his vibe. I don't know what music Max listens to.
Strictly polka.
Probably. And look at that, sidearm guy.
But looking at the hole, that's the gap I see as well. Is that what pretty much everybody was doing?
Most people were, yes. And Yannick also, usually more of a backhand player, also chooses the sidearm with the pyro here. So it seems to be the play.
Ooh, pretty low, pretty flat. Does it? Are you also going forehand?
I don't know what this guy's doing. That was completely wrong. The announcer got the facts wrong on me every round. I'm not sure if he was doing that on purpose.
It's not accurate, but it is consistent. And you send it straight at the basket and long.
Yeah.
I see you mentioned the frustrating to go OB long because that's exactly what you did.
Yeah, I felt like I threw a pretty good shot here and
great.
ended up with a pretty terrible spot to save par from.
It also just looks like a very skippy ground there around. There's no grass. It's just kind of
close
dirt.
to the basket. It's
there.
fast, and he has to be careful.
Is that in bounds where he was?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, yeah, you see the.
Pretty good run there, honestly.
And now Carl to save his par.
Right where you want to be.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at that. Yeah, this was just aimed it low and the headwind just lifted it up. Everything according to plan.
Okay, here's Lucas. Oof. You see he has a headwind there, but it's still very frustrating from that distance.
Yeah, obviously you want to make that, but it was blowing. Like you can see it on the flag and even the grass. It was a bit unpredictable, even on short putts, so I think he will be fine.
Alright, but now we have a tie up top, and you and Yannick stay in put for the first one.
Yeah, Max with a nice tap in birdie, it's what you want to do. So, hole 2, I think I will be moderating all the holes, right?
It would be stupid if I did.
Okay. Hole 2, there were actually 2 slightly different pin positions, which caught me off guard. Second day, the day we are playing now, the basket was a bit longer and a bit closer to the hazard. As you can see, the hazard begins right by the basket.
Over the tee pad?
Yeah,
What?
So you're throwing uphill, but if you overshoot the edge or the plateau, then you're almost guaranteed hazard again.
It also seems like a forehand must for right-handed players. Is there any option for the backhand there?
You can go backhand. It's pretty doable, but I mean in the wind, it's just more comfortable for most players to throw just a stable forehand, I think.
Okay, but that also leaves you skipping and drifting towards that hazard line.
Yeah, but if you just leave it a bit short and then skip it up, that's the best play. And as you can see, hits the plateau and that's doomed.
And it's also hazard. It's not a tap in 3 with normal OB rules.
Yeah, and I can tell you in those winds, you didn't really want to have like even a 20-meter upshot uphill. It was, yeah, poke and guess a little bit.
Okay, Yannick leaving it short at the bottom of the hill there on the green. And surely you won't go OB long twice.
No.
Okay.
You tried to do it, but not this time, Connor.
I'm experimenting with my magic powers as a commentator to see if I can affect the reality that occurred months ago. So far, no good.
Did good last time, and let's see. Kind of an awkward layup. You have to overshoot it a bit. Don't go too far. Don't go hazard again, and he does a great job. That's just a.
At this distance, you're laying up. Or that's because of the hazard right behind
yeah,
it.
Yeah, it's right behind it. And
I thought that was just a wind.
I think it was a bit further and it was like 12 meters, I think. So I think it's a good play. And I mean, he's tied for the lead, so he just got a stroke. It's a good decision not to press too hard, I think. I, on the other hand, am back.
It's huge that this tournament had quiet signs.
That was terrible. You could really see my anxiety twitch putt there. I didn't follow through at all, and I am OB by 1 centimeter.
Okay, so tap in for bogey there. That sucks. Also our former leader tapping in there for his bogey. Max taking his par, and with it, the lead.
Yeah, 2 holes, 2 strokes, and lead switch in Max's favor.
Call in the perfect par round watch now. Yannick, 2 for 2. Let's see if he goes a perfect even.
I think it's too early to talk. Okay, hole 3. 87 meters, slightly downhill. And once again, pretty good hole for a slight sidearm flex or flat sidearm. There was a lot of wind blowing. And yeah, Pretty simple hole, honestly. One you really want to bogey, birdie. There's OB to the left and OB to the road on the right, but you shouldn't find that.
Okay, but even a simple like 80, 90 meter forehand here can get really difficult with the wind.
Yeah, I think especially the backhand was difficult because once this gets on fade, as you can see, Max throws it very flat, which is what you have to do because the wind is ripping from right to left, and any sort of hyzer would just flare to the left super hard. So I think Yannick looks like he's lining up a flex shot as well. What? I promise he threw a disc.
We will see where that landed later.
Once again, I think the lefty backhand is pretty good here, especially in that wind.
Yeah, the OB on the right is much further away.
Yeah, you don't go OB right here, but it's just like put it on hyzer and throw it at the basket. You don't get much fade.
Lucas missing somebody's fist pound, having to go back to get it.
Nice guy that he did it. I would have felt so bad.
You're looking to get things started, and you are pin high and a not a headwind putt. It's the opposite of headwind.
Tail.
There we go, tailwind putt.
Shouldn't you know this? You're the native speaker, man.
Right, I am. Okay. Wow, that's where Yannick ended up, and he's continuing his perfect par round. What a legend.
After 18 holes, that would be legendary. I'm actually curious if that ever happened.
We're watching footage of it right now.
As Max lays up. Not really too aggressive. I think he wasn't that far away there. Maybe slightly outside the circle. Kind of interesting. Ooh. Yeah, Lucas takes one back.
Nice putt from Lucas. Get his round back to even. You're looking at the sign to know where to go next.
Only thing in my mind here.
You put it through and now you know where to go.
Yeah.
Don't forget your disc.
Yeah, 5-6 meter putt. Feels almost like 10 in that wind, so pretty happy to make that.
Nice one.
And I'm back to even. So is this guy.
Is this a permanent course that's always there? Not necessarily this layout, but...
Yes. The Weserhofer Park, this is a permanent course, and I think a couple of the holes we are playing are even part of the standard layout.
There it is.
Par 4, hole 4. No, that's not right. Oh, it was par 3 for the MPO. I'm sorry. So 130 meters. I said par 4 because it kind of played like a par 4. Most people were not pushing for the birdie, especially in the winds. There is a Mando, which you can't see. It's to the right in the tree line, and then there's OB. Yeah, there were a couple different approaches to this. A lot of people just threw straight and then hoped for a good chance at the upshot, but there are also some deep hanging branches, so really not an easy hole and one you're very content on a par with.
Also the first time you're really ripping one here in this round, it seems. You had a few shorter holes to begin with, and now is a big ask.
Once again, good hole for lefty backhand. And yeah, Lucas' disc is kind of getting smashed down, but that's a pretty ideal position for a pretty easy par.
He's right there in the mouth of the gap. He sees the basket. Mm-hmm. Did I see that correctly? There's OB around the basket as well?
Yeah, behind it.
Where are you going?
I pulled this. I meant to throw it into the tree line. It wasn't as bad as it looked, just a bit to the right, and I actually missed the Mando tree. I didn't really think that was possible, honestly.
You did not get the Mando?
No, I punched through the tree line quite a ways, and I crossed the Mando line by like 50 centimeters, so I'm OB.
Is that a gift, though? I don't know what it looks like up there.
The drop zone is fairly manageable. So they gave us like as you can see, Max went for the same play, but kept it more inside and punched through, and I think he even might have a look there. There's a drop zone if you miss the Mando, and it's not too bad. It's like 12, 13 meters, but death putt, so.
Right. Here's Yannick.
Yeah, and Yannick is hyzering in front of the tree line. That's a little short though. From there you really have to contend with these branches.
Is this somebody caddying for you?
Yeah, this is Maren, one of my good friends from my time in Jena where I studied.
Ooh. No, the perfect par round, Yannick.
Yeah, Yannick failed, so now we can just focus on playing a good round.
Yeah.
And Lucas has a jump putt approach. As I check the danger behind the basket to confirm that there is danger.
Danger confirmed.
And danger found. Yeah, that was OB.
Oh, so you are now looking for your fifth throw. You're now throwing their fifth.
No, I'm putting for double bogey from there. Oh, nice that they waited with the graphic. Okay.
Yeah, they really left the viewers in suspense other than you telling them immediately that it was Obi.
I'm so sorry.
Here is Max for his birdie.
Yep.
Oof.
Little low, but yeah, nice line on it, and 3 here is good. As I take the double.
Nice.
Well, that's your opinion, maybe.
But I assume even getting a par here for Max and is gaining a lot of ground on the field.
On the field for sure, yeah.
Not on our leader, Lucas.
Yeah.
Our co-leader, Lucas.
Yeah, as you can see, both our leaders playing this hole very well, actually. Both having jump putts is pretty huge. And Yannick and me, not so much.
Why don't you tell us about
The
Disc Golf Store Dip.de? Yeah, I meant hole 5, but if you want to talk about the store, go for it.
Okay, hole 5. What could it be? What could it be? It's a sidearm or backhand lefty shot. There's OB to the left and OB long. It's kind of a bit dangerous to hang your hyzer out over the OB, which is exactly what you might want to do if you want to park it on a hyzer line. And yeah, aside of that, not too much to speak of. There was the wind on the tee pad kind of felt different than it was at the basket a lot of times. It was kind of swirling, so not too easy of a hole, although it's super simple, just because of the conditions though. And that's exactly...
Oof. And he also went out
Yeah,
really early.
that's
Basically
what I
right there
mean.
before the road.
Yeah, and that's such a costly and honestly a pretty bad mistake for a left-handed player. He can, yeah, he has so much power, he can just throw it high and throw something very overstable, and that was a bad pull and a very good opportunity for Max here.
Trying to take advantage of Lucas's mistake, sending it straight into the... Nah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, Max went with a mid-range here, which is just the safe option. Just throw it straight and then let it flip. Not challenging the OB for so long, and yeah, I mean, overturned it, but yeah, due to the wind, most likely, and that's an easy par.
Yannick having... Ooh,
Wow.
great shot. Having given up on his perfect par round, has decided to start birdieing.
Yeah, that was a great shot by him. And I will try to copy Lucas' line, but more inside, hopefully.
Oh, no.
And that was so bad by me. I should have learned from what I just saw.
But you also see, I mean, not to defend your bad throw, but you also saw the wind push it up, push it down.
Yeah, but I mean, that's just what happens. It was just a pretty careless mistake, and I was not on tilt, but I was not feeling too comfortable.
Lucas putting up his third throw into the circle.
Yeah, still I think 8 meters left.
Just not what you want in this wind.
No.
And you've put it essentially underneath the basket.
And I'm good at bogeying at this point. And Max even has a look here, although it looks to be pretty obstructed.
Awesome camera work, by the way, letting us know what he's looking at.
And they crawled in there deep.
We appreciate the dedication.
Dreamflight crew always dedicated to their craft. Shout out.
Very, very patient with us in our recording schedule, by the way.
Oh no.
So that's Lucas giving up 2.
Yeah, and now Max play looks very smart, just overturning it right. 2 strokes.
Getting the board, Yannick. Yes.
Just the most casual putting style I've seen, honestly. He just flicks his wrist, not much body movement, and pretty decent putter.
0 tension in his body.
No, it's like he doesn't care, which is a superpower. I wish I could do that.
The bogey train continues. Let's see if you can turn it around on hole 6.
Let's go. 3 through 5.
Still smiling though. Respect.
For sure. Didn't want to make my caddy mad. So let's go. Hole 6. Par 3. Also a hole where they had different pin positions. There was a pin position to the left the prior days, so it finished on a slight hyzer, and now they put the pin to the right, which makes it even harder. Honestly, you pretty much, as it's going right so late, you pretty much just try to throw it very straight, and I wouldn't bother too much floating it from left to right. I think most people just try to throw a pretty flat hyzer flip and just throw it straight.
But a very difficult, very thin fairway in comparison to what we've been looking at before this.
Yeah, you have some space, but going early is kind of instant bogey. Wow. As Yannick plays it,
he's got a putt. He's underneath a bunch of really annoying branches, but he's got a putt.
I bet he threw that exact same shot also to the pin position on the left, which is a good play. And Max flipping up a mid-range, I think. Oh. Wow. Beautiful shape, a little higher, and that would have made it to the circle.
Is this just the second round? Was the tournament just 2 rounds?
No, it was 3 rounds.
Okay.
It was 2 on the first day and then 1 on the final day that we are watching right now. And I go in there not too early, but kind of early. The blue disc would have been better. Made the wrong decision.
You should have tried telling yourself, take the blue one.
Dude, if I learn time travel,
you'd use it for disc golf?
Oh, for sure.
It's oh no.
Jump scare.
We're experimenting with genres.
Yeah.
Comment on the video which genres you'd like to try. Next up on the slate is romantic comedy.
No, but at that point we can say the crew was very nice. I really enjoyed my time there. A lot of people with very chill vibes at the north, and looked like they were enjoying themselves. A lot of spectators and helpers followed us through the rounds and kind of gave fist bumps and just, yeah, we're vibing.
Good run from Max, but a little too low. But obviously straight on line.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty far though. So, Lucas with a chance here, although also obstructed. Yeah. And let's see if Yannick is
sworn off pars forever.
And
yes!
Let's go!
I keep saying yes as if I'm rooting for Yannick. I don't know this man.
Yeah. Betting against me, Connor. Yannick, the closest to me, and Lucas. Yeah, as you can see, everyone getting very close except for me now. And
I am betting against you, Carl.
Keep going the wrong way.
I am betting against you.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's tough to watch.
We all appreciate your hard work.
Oh, thank you.
Another par for Lucas. He's kind of stalled out here in the round so far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but going pretty well for Max so far, and also for Yannick.
You're checking your phone.
And checking scores, and yep, I suck. 07. The USDGC hole. Do you know that hole, Colin?
I'm incredibly jealous.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to go to this tournament next year just for this.
Yeah, and this hole actually has a nice little gimmick. If you birdied it on camera, then you got a free shirt with the logo. So
I do not know if Carl has this shirt, but if you do, I want to see it after this hole.
We will see.
I appreciate the signs on each tee pad. Like everyone has a little tagline.
Yeah, they kind of made a lot of little details to contribute to kind of a fun vibe here. Very cool.
I'm switching teams and alliances. I no longer like Yannick. He pitched up.
Yeah, unfortunately, this was the play of I think everyone who was still playing for something in this tournament.
I imagine with the wind, it's an incredibly difficult shot to commit to.
Max committed, and you can see gets punished by it.
That's interesting also he has the lead and he's going for that.
Yeah, and he has been playing fairly conservative so far, at least on the putting green, but maybe he just feels comfortable with that shot. And yeah, Lucas now with a good opportunity to just pitch up.
Max is the only one I like so far. Let's see if I'm still friends with you. Oh, hell yeah, Carl.
I am so happy we are still friends.
Oh, I want to see your shirt. I want to see your shirt. I want to see your shirt.
Oh, don't talk too soon. But yeah, I would never go for this if I was not 5 over through 6.
Yeah, but you did and you got it. Now we have our pitch up boys.
Pitch up boys, both kind of with a little weird angles, although Yannick, not too bad.
Did you see any birdies from pitch ups? Did people have chances on the
You can give yourself a 15-meter putt or something, or I think if you make it to the mouth, it was 11 meters, but then again, at this point, it's not a good pitch up. If you want to pitch up, you have to kind of commit to that. Ooh, very good run.
Very close to it.
Wow.
Sorry, Lucas. Get a shirt next year.
And yeah, this is the drop zone for Max.
That's the drop zone.
Yeah, there were two identical drop zones on both sides.
That's interesting that it's so far off to the side.
Yeah, they didn't want to give you an easy putt, I guess.
An easy putt.
Yeah. Wanted you to shape something like an Anheuser or Heiser putt or deep straddle. And this is a lot of pressure. And you could see that just kind of dropped out of his hand.
Kyle Rosa for the t-shirt.
Let's go.
Let's go, Carl. I don't say this often enough, but I'm proud of you.
Not too much to be proud of so far, but that was cool.
Pitch up boys cleaning up their pars.
Boo.
And Max getting really punished for the attempt.
Yeah, and now all tied up, if I'm not mistaken. No. So nice.
-7, -7, -7, -2.
Let's go. Hole 8. What is that? Is that another sidearm? Interesting. So, OB to the left, OB long, and the green after that tower, that's a mandatory to the left, by the way, so you don't throw a backhand.
Okay, I was going to say, it looked like you have some airspace on the right side.
No, but yeah, the difficulty was kind of if you hit that downslope, as you can see, the grass isn't high, it's very skippy, so it was kind of easy to go OB long. So, something to keep in mind.
Did they make the Mando left because of the fence on the right side? Do you think?
I think they just didn't want you to throw a spike hyzer.
Okay. Nice shot.
But yeah, I'm not quite sure what the idea behind that was. And Yannick going with a pyro here. That was interesting to me.
What kind of a disc is a pyro?
It's a mid-range, a overstable mid-range. So 85 meters is kind of a long shot for the pyro, but I guess it helps with the distance control at the end.
Yeah, nice shot.
I guess Yannick would throw pretty far sidearms if he just wanted to, but he never does.
Well, he just did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he throws 85 with a pyro, he probably throws like 110 with a driver.
Another very good shot.
Yeah. Good shot, and now a lot of pressure on Max.
Very, very well played by everybody.
Yeah.
It's also big for Max coming back from a very costly hole.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah, very important to not fall apart and just keep pace.
So we got ourselves a good old-fashioned putt-off.
Let's go. Let's watch the most nonchalant, is that an English word? Putter in the game?
Yes. Is that a French word, right?
Yeah, you tell me. I had Spanish in school.
I had German.
And I was really trying to think of a Spanish word.
You tried to think of another language.
Couldn't come up
That's
with a
it.
good
We
one.
named the languages. Carl for his birdie.
The caddy started getting pissed at me at this point. It was not a good showing, man. And Lucas, nice cleanup.
Now's a very appropriate time to bring up the concept of the beer frame.
Yeah, I'm gonna get another one out of the fridge after the next hole, Connor. I need it.
Is that a foreshadowing of what we're going to do? Of what happens in hole 9? Or is that just you being disappointed with the par here?
I just wanted to let you know. So, hole 9, 143 meters par 4, but don't let that fool you. It's a very awkward shape. There's a Mendo to the right, so you cannot play a big hyzer. You have to play like a very big N hyzer, and from the tee, this is so far right to the gap, so you kind of can throw it like very high and go very far left, right, and then you end up with this gap where the basket is positioned in. If you're out further, you can also take a spike hyzer over it, but it was very hard to judge in the winds.
Our first par 4 of the day, and looks like a very difficult hole.
It was kind of gettable, but you could also mess up. It's like
Yannick there, unfortunately.
yeah, I mean, it's still not the longest hole, so you should be pretty close in 2, even after one bad shot, but
Yannick taking it a lot wider.
this is Lucas.
I said Yannick.
Yes.
I apologize. Lucas taking it a lot wider.
Max, I think, has a fast disc in his hand here.
Looking up.
Looking up. Wow, and that got over too much. That was actually too early to the right, and it cut rolls into a perfect spot.
Yeah, he played it perfectly.
And I told myself, go for it. Simon Line, let's go. And stalling out.
Way too far?
You would think, and then it just boomeranged back into a
Alright.
pretty good spot.
Nice. Genius.
People liked it.
Is that kind of a screw it attitude there, or is that your play every round?
Yes, that was a screw it shot. That disc, I actually threw it like the second time ever there.
Nice.
It was a brand new gold.
Yannick pitching out to the gap.
And Lucas, still not too easy.
But looking straight at it.
Wow, that disc was stable.
And he pulls off the hardest shot in disc golf, throwing straight.
For sure, and also amazing distance control. That was pretty fast ground there, so 10 out of 10 shot and a lot of pressure.
I'm always impressed by people who take those shots standing still. I need to do a few steps into it, but Max stands still, puts it also right underneath the basket.
Maybe something to work on if you want to take 3rd place next year at the Bavarian Championships.
Maybe I'm happy with 4th place.
So.
Your standstill goes a little bit too far, huh?
Yeah, too far, but not bad. And you saw how hot I am at the putter today, so no problem.
Yannick, he will be taking his par. Back on that par train.
Oh,
He's back.
I'm so back. Stoked. And everyone else just with cleanups. Yeah, a hole you want a birdie.
Seems like a fun shot, though.
Yeah, it's cool. It's interesting. It's one of these holes where I think if you had like 5 to 10 practice rounds as opposed to like 1 or 2, it would make it way easier. So let's look at the scores. Connor, what do we got here?
We have a tie up top with Lucas and Max. Yannick right behind them with -8. And then Kyle has dipped off, but still in 4th.
But I found a lot of competition. Johannes Zimmermann, Timon Heise, Tom Grobecker. Breathing down my neck.
Yeah, so you have something to protect right now and something to prove. And the other 3 vying for the win. This is cute.
I'm just describing a putt that stood like this, still in time, and then dropped in. Funny that they filmed that. I couldn't remember.
Thanks for watching, and come back for the back 9.
Let's see us, boys and girls. Ciao.
See you in a few seconds.